Do you think that there are some women out there that are for sale?
Oh yeah, everything. Every single person on this planet. I'll give you $1 billion every year. You gonna say no?
Yeah. Everybody's for sale. You selling yourself every single day. That's why your hygiene, your dress game, everything got to be on point because perception is everything. Dress like, speak like, act like, move like, whatever industry or whatever business you're in, because you always selling yourself. You are for sale watching this right now. And do you want to sell yourself at a high price or a low price? That's your decision based on your actions. What's up, everybody? This is the Hood Analyst Podcast where we talk about that real hood shh.
Yes, sir.
Y'all know the routine, man. Like, subscribe. We drop on YouTube every Friday at 8 p.m. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts. We got all of that on lock. We dropping content every day, multiple reels. We about to get into a very interesting show today. We got my guest, Carly Hendrix. He's going to introduce himself a little bit more, but I'm going to just give y'all the quick background that I know about him for now. He was born in North Jersey, but he currently resides in South Jersey. So he's going to give us a wide range, a wide perspective of New Jersey. That's where we at. That's our home state. So, Carly, you want to introduce yourself to the people?
Yeah, you already know. MC the Rockstar, aka Carly Hendrix. Born and raised in New Jersey. You feel me? North, Central, South Jersey. I've been everywhere for, past 2 decades of my life. I'm not going to give them too much right now because I'm sure we got a lot of stories to talk about. So
absolutely. Okay. Carly's Angels. What made you want to get into the OnlyFans business?
Word. So started back in like the pandemic. You feel me? Just thinking of ways to make more money. You feel me? And OnlyFans was getting hot in the pandemic around 2020, 2019, 2020. So I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm doing parties, I'm doing music, I'm doing concert shows, and there's always a bunch of girls around. So I'm just like,
let me monetize it.
Yeah, why not make money off this shit? You feel me? Like, girls always sell, sex always sells. Even the idea of it is always going to sell.
Absolutely.
So I asked the girls around me, like, yo, like, y'all already coming to my shows, events and shit. Would y'all want to make some extra money? Like, y'all want to model and shit and have music videos. So they started modeling for me, for my music videos, for my merch, everything like that. And then other people start hitting me up like, yo, like, I want to book them. And I'm thinking, all right, so now not only I can make money off of it, but I can make money off of other people who want to make money for me. So,
and that's the goal. You want to get into business with people, make money together, always a win-win situation. Right. I like the sound of that. That's cool. That's cool.
Right. So then, 2020, when I started it, 2021 is when like I really was like hanging out with these girls like every day. Like they became like, not to sound weird, but like my kids. Like they were asking, like, yo, what are we doing today? Like, do we have an event today? Like, where are we going today? I'm just like, yeah, like, so it was lit. And then I just turned into, more income, more ways to promote myself, advertise my music and everything like that. So
absolutely.
Shout out to the Angels.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. Carly, what made you want to rap?
What made me want to rap? So I guess the cliche fucking artist thing, like growing up, listening to music. My dad was heavy into, hip hop and R&B and Michael Jackson. So I always grew up. I remember like he used to burn like CDs from like LimeWire. Like,
oh yeah, I remember
that's
them
like
days.
That's like what really made me interested because I would be like, yo, like, how is he putting these songs that are from all these different artists on one mixtape, on one CD, and just giving me them so I could play them like when I'm not. So that kind of got my head, going on music and like all the genres. And then I grew up just loving music. And then in high school, I took a class with my one man's, like, it's a bullshit class, like my senior year, like just to fill up my schedule. It was a music production class, and I actually like learn like the technical aspects of music and like sonics and like Like,
So have you deep dived and got a little bit more into the studio side with the producing and the engineering too?
yeah. So that's like all my music out is self-produced. Like everything.
I love it. I respect it.
Yeah, my music self-produced, self-engineered. My videos edited by me. And that's just after like, just actually liking it, actually enjoying it. I like to learn new skills, I don't
As
like
you
to
should.
just sit around and rely on other people to do it for me. I'd rather just learn it because I feel like that's more value and you can monetize that as well.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
absolutely.
So in high school I started like rapping for fun, producing, engineering. Shit was trash, like trash. Like
It starts like that.
yeah, like I be listening to like my old shit in my Google Drive. Trash. But then I see like where I wanted to be now. I see like I had to be trash first.
Absolutely.
You feel me?
It's cool looking back at your old music too, because you can see the growth.
Yeah.
Because when I first started, I was on my Nas, a Tribe Called Quest type sound. And then as I, developed and got better, learning how to fit in the pocket of the beat a little bit more. It's a lot of things that go to rap, but you gotta, be a student of the game to get better. You can't
Facts.
go in the studio and expect to be the best rapper ever. It's not gonna happen.
And that's the problem. Like I feel like a lot of people, they want to be rappers, but nobody really wants to be an artist. Nobody definitely wants to be a student.
Yeah.
So it's just like y'all niggas just
I agree.
regurgitating everything I hear on Instagram, trying to make a viral track, which I don't get me wrong, like, I respect it. Like, you feel me? If you
But you got a much better chance if you were a student of the game.
Right. Or even at least like try. Like, you feel me? Like people don't even think to like, yo, let me listen to some old school shit to see how they was coming. Or like some R&B shit, like out of my genre shit that I don't listen to, because maybe it might help me find my sound.
Absolutely.
Nah, they rather just go see what's trending and literally just take the same
And just
formula,
copy it,
go on
yeah.
YouTube, find a tight beat, and rap about shit that they don't do.
Yeah.
Niggas be capped. Like, come on, man. There's more to this shit than what y'all see on the internet.
How did you come up with the name Carly Hendrix?
Okay, so I don't really put my government out there, but Carly is a part of my first name.
Okay.
So I just kept that part, Carly. And then Hendrix, Jimi Hendrix is a big influence of mine. So I just took Carly Hendrix and made that like my alias. And my main like performance or, public name is MC the Rockstar. So like you think of it like, yo, Carly Hendrix is an MC who is a rock star.
Got you.
So
Okay.
that's
All
like-
right.
That's
Very
what that-
interesting. Very unique as well. I like the name. It's simple. It's
It got a ring to it, right?
It got a ring
And
to
also,
it.
you know what's funny? Like, I didn't even like make that like my alias until after like a few years of playing 2K. I would make that my player's name.
Got you.
And that shit, it just looked. I like how it came up on the screen, like on the.
It looks
Jumbotron.
official.
Yeah, it looks hard. And then they'll say it like when I dunk on somebody, Hendrix, like with the
Oh
slam.
yeah.
So I was like-
Okay.
I was jacking.
For all of the 2K players, we got AI and all of that stuff now. But if your name Kamal like mine, that shit will not fucking say your shit.
Fact.
But Carly and Hendrix, AI, it can read that shit. So it's saying your name in 2K, and that's how he came up with his rap name. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
That's different.
But originally the MC the Rockstar part that was given to me. Like that was given to me when I got to college.
Okay. By someone that
Just random people. They was like, yo, that's MC the Rockstar at a party. And I heard that shit and I was like, I like that.
so you
I was only going by MC at first.
got you.
Yeah, and then I would call myself a rock star, but I never put it together. And then when people said, yo, that's MC the Rockstar, or are you MC Rockstar? I was just be like, yeah, that's my name. And then I changed my Instagram in like 2018 to MC the Rockstar.
Got you. Would you consider yourself more of an extroverted party person, or you're into that party scene, but you're more introverted and calculated a little bit
Yeah,
and thinking about the business?
Yeah, I'm definitely a big introvert. It's funny, like, because I have a switch, right? Like, I got a switch where if I want to be an extrovert, like, and take over, I could. But, growing up, I realized that those kind of people don't always get the
Recognition that they deserve.
Yeah,
or-
not a recognition that they want. You feel me?
True.
'Cause I could
Very
be an
true.
extrovert. I could take over the room, like, talk to everybody. Hey, everybody, but then sometimes people just in this generation, like, they might see that as like, oh, who does he think he is? You feel
True,
me?
true,
And that just
true.
leads to hate. You know, I used to let niggas just come around, kick it with me, just hang out around my bitches, around you feel me, what I got going on. Niggas would just hate. So I just, over the years, just growing up, I was just like, you know, I like having my own space, my own
I feel you.
peace
I
of
feel
mind.
you.
You feel me?
I'm the same way.
Yeah, being around too many people, bro, especially like in the college scene and like the hood outside of the college scene, because you know, it's always like a mix of that. I just learned like being introverted is the best way for me to like keep focused on what I got going on.
Got you. You went to college in New Jersey?
Yeah, I went to Rowan University in South Jersey, Glassboro. It's kind of where things picked up.
Okay, all right. That's what's up. I'm gonna be a real person right now. I always regretted not going to college because of the networking and the opportunity and all the people that you could meet.
Yeah, and
going to school and actually learning, I hated that shit. I like learning, but I hate the way that they make you learn in school.
Yeah.
But I wish I went to school because, like I said, the networking, meeting a whole bunch of people, you just have a much bigger pool of opportunity. So,
and like
college is cool.
I'll tell you, like that's like the main thing. Like when they ask, like I remember people always ask you, like, what did you learn in college? Like what did you take from it? You know, I learned a lot about my field and like my field of study and shit. But the main thing I learned was like sociology and like people skills and like you said, the networking, like just being in a place of concentrated young minds from all different parts of like the country. You see like the world in like a microscope.
Absolutely. And
every time you go out, every time I went outside, it was like a new world. Like it was crazy.
A new person, a new story.
Yeah.
You get to figure out who they are. They introduce you to other people. Yeah. For the people out there, I'm gonna drop some game for y'all real quick. People skills is probably the number one skill that you could develop to get further in the world. No one will tell you this. Your boss at work ain't gonna tell you this. Anybody that's up at the top winning in life, they're not gonna tell you because they're gonna live and show you by example. You gotta have the mental fortitude and the mental clarity to see that they not only in a position because they good at boxing or they good at making music or they good at painting. They also good with people. It took me a long time to realize that growing up. I always thought it was about the skill, but it's not only that. People skills will take you far.
Yeah. And if you think about it, like, that's like the one thing that's missing in the world, right? Like people skills. No one knows how to talk. Men don't know how to talk to women. Women don't know how to talk to each other. It's just like
this is facts.
It's just like everything is like digital and texting and DMing, like it's people skills. So if you have those skills, you set yourself way farther than anybody else.
Absolutely.
Just because you're an actual person, people could count on you. Like what you giving them is what it is.
Absolutely, I agree with that 1,000%. You mentioned your job earlier. You want to get a little bit more into that. What exactly do you do?
So like my 9 to 5 job.
Yeah.
So I went to school for psychology. 4 years, bachelor's arts and science in psychology. So with that degree, I got that degree, and everybody's like, "Yo, psychology, no one gets a job." That's a big ass lie. Like the most you get, I feel like you get the most jobs out of psychology. Why? Because it teaches you people skills, right?
Yeah,
I didn't go to
absolutely.
school. I didn't go to school to get a degree. I went to school to learn how to expand my skills and, you know, my versatility as a person. So
the degree just came with it.
Right. The degree is
because you got the sauce.
Exactly. The degree is just saying to others like, "Yo, this is what I did."
Got you.
So I graduated. I just went on Indeed. I was just looking for jobs on Indeed. I already did my internship at school, so I was good to work. I was ready to work. Went on Indeed and I just put in a bunch of applications, and I got like 3 acceptances from like all the ones I wanted, just because my resume is like that.
Got you.
I really get active.
Got you.
So my job, I'm an autism therapist for kids with autism from ages like 3 to 19. Youngest client is 3. My oldest client is 19. Basically, if y'all don't know, autism is like a learning disability that kind of not stops someone from learning, but it makes it difficult for them to either concentrate or focus or retain information or comprehend information. So I'm basically like a therapist for kids who comes in their homes, you know, with their family and shit. I integrate myself in the family. So like they look at me as like, you know, someone they could trust.
Got you.
You feel me? And then their parents basically give my bosses, you know, these rich ass doctors what they want for the child. And the doctors give me like, this is the goals for the child. We want you to reach these goals for this child. And that's what I do.
Got
And
you.
every single family that I had has loved me. Like,
That's what's up, man.
Why?
That's different. That's extremely interesting. I have a question too, because I'm not too familiar with autism, but I believe that's the condition where someone could be like extremely good with numbers or in math or
Right.
something like that. Like they on the extreme. They could be real smart in a certain subject, but
And
when it
then-
comes to like people and stuff, they
yeah.
kind of awkward.
So that's what it is. So basically, for example, I got one client, kid's like 6 years old, and he could tell you every date and every state and every country of every war.
Yo, that's
He's
crazy.
6 years old. You feel me? But he still has his moments where he doesn't want to do nothing. He wants to act like a baby. He wants to throw tantrums. So it's like sometimes they're really good at certain things and really like advanced at certain things, and another part of them is lacking. So my job is to catch them up on everything so that they're leveled, you know, a leveled
Got you. Okay.
leveled young person.
All right. Yeah, that's extremely interesting. College is cool, guys. We talking about the hood, but college is cool. We taking the stereotype away from the hood niggas out there.
Yeah.
You can be a hood nigga that goes to college. Like
Right.
it's cool, man. Like I said, I'm being open and transparent with y'all. I regret that I did not go to college. It's cool. We want to celebrate people that graduate college, just like we celebrate when niggas come home from jail. Like it's
Yeah, that shit crazy, right? Like,
yeah, like
you know, it was funny. Like when I graduated, I didn't even post that I graduated.
wow. Because you knew it was just like
Yeah.
no one really is gonna give a fuck anyway.
Yeah.
Like
It was just like, I was proud internally. You feel me? Like, damn, like I could stop paying $10K a year for tuition now. But at the same time, it was like, all right, like now what's next? You feel me? I still got my entertainment career that I could finally focus on more hours of the day in. And I still got to get a job. Well, I did get the job, you know. So that was just my mind at the time. Like, okay, cool, I got this piece of paper, but you know, it's still more to be done.
And then real quick, real brief, and then we could hop off of this topic. How long have you been in the field officially with this job?
Since June, so it's going on a year.
Okay, all right.
Since July, I started July 11th last year. So about like what's that? 10 months.
Got you. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Another serious topic a little bit. You don't have to go too far on a tangent. I just want to get your opinion. I ask a lot of the guests this question. What do you think causes the violence in the hood?
That's a great question.
That's what I do. Ask great questions.
So you want to like one answer, or you want the myriad?
I want
answers?
the myriad.
All right. So one is opportunity,
Lack of opportunity. I agree.
or the abundance of negative opportunity. Like, you feel me? If I step outside, if I'm in the hood, I step outside. It's not
Advertising. Yeah, it's
like,
advertisements
Yeah.
of being a street nigga.
yeah, it's the music. It's, you feel me? Liquor stores everywhere, drug deals everywhere. You feel me? Your op might live right around the corner from you, so the opportunity to just be violent is there. So that's the presence of opportunity, and the lack of opportunity is you don't got a job, you don't got a pension plan, you don't got a 401k, you don't got credit, you don't got a car note, you don't got nothing to really put your time towards but crashing out. So
Yeah.
you feel me? Like,
Yeah,
what you
I
gonna
agree.
do? But some niggas rather just, oh, he got it over there, I'm about to just go crash out, take it, and go get it for myself.
I feel you.
So
yeah.
those two things. Also the desensitization of violence in the media, from movies to video games to politics. Like we grew up, you know, as kids, like
Seeing it.
like the
and-
TV shows, like they're fighting in the TV shows. You feel me? Sooner or later, that fighting shit is not entertaining anymore. So now we want to see guns. Sooner or later, that's not entertaining. So now we want to see people's heads get chopped off.
I kind of think that that's something that's innately inside of human beings.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we've been through wars
Yeah.
and I think it's something that's inside of us, but social media and entertainment has brought it to the forefront to where you could see it and almost be disgusted. Like, how could that man take a selfie and he just seen this man die? Like, and he's
It's
with the
kind of
phone,
crazy.
like-
It's crazy because it's like these are real moments happening. So what I always do when I see shit like that, I be like, what is this person really thinking? Is he trying to get clout? Is he trying
absolutely.
Is
And
he trying to just get, I don't really see how you can get internal gratification from doing shit like that, but is he trying to fill some type of void?
Absolutely.
You know
I
what I'm
think that
saying?
most humans on the planet are borderline, not all the way, but borderline narcissistic. We think of ourselves, we think of ways that we can fulfill our desires before we think about other people. And that's not a bad thing. But when the scales start tipping too high on the selfish side, then you
Yeah.
get shit like niggas taking selfies in front of dead people.
Yeah, you gotta have a balance. That's why, like, yeah, like on Instagram, I'm MC the Rockstar. I'm that nigga. Like nobody could tell me shit. But if I was like that 24/7, I wouldn't give a fuck about nothing.
Yeah.
So that's why my job, like that really connects me back to reality.
It
Like
grounds you.
we supposed to be here as God's children. You feel me? Like leading people to whatever God they believe in, or even if you're not leading them to it, just, you know, being a positive influence in somebody's life. You know?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So you gotta have that balance of like reality and fantasy.
Do you think that your image matters in rap? When it comes to starting a rap career, does your image matter?
Yeah, image matters in anything.
Mm.
How I look at rap is how I look at anything is how I look at everything, right? So I'm looking at rap, right? And boom, I got a meeting at the label. And I don't got my hair done. You feel me? I didn't take a shower. I'm not gonna feel as confident as I would to get this deal if I really put
That's
that
some
shit
game
on.
for y'all. That's some game for y'all right there. The hygiene. Learn. Get you some. Look, I'm an old nigga. Get you some clippers and start cutting your own shit up a little bit. It don't got to be perfect, but you know, don't walk outside looking like a homeless bum. It's gonna make you feel like you that nigga. Like,
right. You wanna walk in the room and first impression is like, all right, this guy knows he's serious about what he's doing. You don't want to look goofy. And image from social media to your real life image to how your name is in the town that you're around, you know, all that matters. You feel me?
absolutely, I agree.
And that matters with anything. Real world, entertainment, anything.
Absolutely, I agree with that 1000%. I've also adopted that philosophy in my life recently. What's the most annoying thing about being a rapper? Because, you know, every job and passion, you know, it's not always going to be 100% I love this shit. Like, that's the lie that I feel like millennials were sold. They tell us, like, find your passion, you'll never work a day again. That's bullshit.
Right.
So what's the most annoying thing about being a rapper?
The most annoying thing to me about being a rapper is like fake shit. Like I like just realness. Like just be like I like realness, you know? Like in this industry, you're surrounded by a lot of fake shit. Fake gangsters, fake wives, fake homies. You feel me? It's just a lot of fake shit. So it's like that's really what turned me away from like being an extrovert, because I used to always live in the highlight of being a rapper.
Got you.
Until I realized that these people don't really fuck with me. They don't even know me for real. So it's like when things is good, it's good. Then things get bad, it's bad. And then it's like, damn, I thought y'all was the homies. Like I thought she was bro. I thought she was my shorty. And then it's like, oh, nah.
True.
You feel me? And then, you know, that's never really happened to me firsthand, but I've seen it. I see it. And I peep vibes, you know, psychology, like.
Absolutely. You want to learn from other people's mistakes. You don't have to go through it yourself to learn that.
Yeah.
If you think that that's the only way to learn, you falling behind. You can learn from other people's mistakes. You can learn from other people's triumphs as well. So
that's what I'm saying. Like that's one of the most annoying things. And the second is maturing. Is
Elaborate.
annoying being a rapper.
Okay, elaborate.
Because when you mature, bro, in this industry, it's like, man, it's like sometimes you might wake up. I might wake up one day and I don't recognize who I am some days. Some days I don't really want to do the shit I used to do. That was getting me, where I thought I wanted to go.
Okay.
So that could be annoying sometimes because it's like, damn, I got all these resources. I got all this shit I could do.
But you're not the same person that you were when you started.
Right.
You grown into a different person.
Right.
That definitely happened to me as well. I've been rapping damn near half my life, and now I don't want to say I don't care about it anymore, but it's just, like you said, I've matured. I want different things.
Yeah. And like, don't get me wrong, like I love making music. I love rapping and whatever. But it's just like the way that this shit is, like this industry, man.
It's whack.
Like, bro, Uzi was my favorite artist. Uzi was like the nigga that made me want to start rapping. Like in 2017, that's when I graduated high school. Now I look at Uzi.
I'm an old nigga.
Now I look at Uzi, I'm like, bro, this nigga is. Do I think that he's into all this fucking gay ass shit? This like devil worshiping shit? Nah, I don't think. But he's not. But it's like the industry. That's what they want to keep you where they think that
you can get the most eyeballs on you.
Exactly. So I don't know what goes through Uzi's head on a daily basis, but like I feel like has he matured as a artist? As like I feel like I'm listening to the same nigga I was fucking 7 years ago.
Yeah, it just becomes a product at one point. It's not like it was back in the day where you kind of had more of a personal connection to the person. They was putting more of the, intimate details into the music. Now it's like, as long as this shit sells.
Yeah.
What do you think makes a song a bad song? And what do you think makes a song a good song? Any genre. What makes a song bad and what makes a song good? Yeah, I'm getting right with the questions.
It's a lot of answers.
Yes, sir.
All right, what makes a song good? Boom. You got story, production, marketability, return on investment, and I said marketable, right? Yeah.
No, you didn't, but
marketability.
Yeah, okay. I think you did. Maybe you did.
Yeah, so that's what I think makes a song good.
Okay.
In terms of like unbiased, I could say this song is good. Why? Because it performed well on these things, right? May I not like the song, how it sounds? Am I not gonna listen to the song? Maybe, but is it a good song? I could say that it's still good because why? It's produced well, it's marketable, it's gonna make someone a lot of money if they invest in it, which is usually the labels or the artist himself. And yeah, that's what makes a song good to me.
Gotcha.
What makes a song bad? Same things. Like production, if it's poorly produced, it's a bad song. Marketability, if it can't be marketed, then it's a pointless song.
It doesn't even matter. Yeah, right. Exactly.
If you're putting more into making the song and you're gonna get out of it, it's a bad song.
Gotcha.
And if it has no meaning, like most of y'all niggas, that's just bullshit.
No story, nothing behind it that's enticing. It's just regurgitated shit. Like that shit is the worst.
Yeah. So yeah, if you got those 4 or 5 things, if you're doing well, you got a good song. If they perform bad, you got a bad song.
Carly is dropping some motherfucking game for y'all. This is great.
I hope y'all taking notes, man.
Yeah, take some notes. It's very business minded. He didn't say anything about the flow.
Shit don't matter.
It don't matter.
Shit don't matter.
And that shit used to matter to me. I used to be like, I don't give a fuck about none of the business shit when I was growing up.
Yeah.
I just want to hear a good song. And to me, a good song was if you could rap, if the metaphors was good, if you had a nice flow and all that. That's just the artistry point. But none of that really is gonna matter if you can't market that shit. So
facts.
That's some real keen business game right there. What's your biggest motivation in life?
My biggest motivation in life.
You could be honest. I mean, let's just throw this out there real quick. I don't know if you said you got both of your parents. I know you mentioned your father, but parents is a given. You can't say your parents. We all know
Right,
they held us down.
Yeah.
But you could say anything. I like chasing women. I like to get money. I just can't sit still. What's your biggest motivation in life?
My biggest motivation in life is probably knowing that I'm not comfortable where I'm at right now. So,
okay.
like, some days it's location, some days it's finances, some days it's health and what fitness and shit. So what motivates me is that knowing that tomorrow I'm gonna have another opportunity to get better.
Absolutely.
And, keep building. And I feel like the more you do that every day, there's no way you could fail in life. Like,
absolutely.
If you get better every day, it's impossible to fail.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. I'm motivated by the fact that God gave me the ability to get at least 1% better every day. I feel like if I don't try, I'm spitting in the face of God, because I got my health, I got my youth, I got my mind, I got my determination, and to not use that would be a disgrace. That's
I agree.
Yeah. So yeah, it was very interesting speaking to you about more of the serious topics. I love the fact that you got a real keen business mind. You dropped some business game. With that being said, we also talk about relationships between men and women on this show. So I got a few questions with you on that. In general, not just pertain to what you do in life with rap or whatever. You can answer this from the average man's perspective or from your perspective.
Okay.
Do you think people treat you differently when you have a very fine woman or women around you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, because I feel like that's just women in the terms of a social sphere are a commodity and an asset.
Absolutely. I agree with that 1,000%.
If you bring a bad joint out with you, it's the equivalent of pulling up in a Lambo.
Yeah, it just raises your status. Right. And they try to act like that's not true, but we all know it's true. It works on women, it works on men. I remember I don't want to name the place, but I was in this bar / lounge type place, and I came with 3 women, and other women were coming up to me like, oh, you about to have a good night tonight. What y'all getting into after this? Like,
facts. Not
knowing that one of the girls was my sister, one of the girl was the girl I'm dealing with, and one of the girl was a friend of, like, it wasn't even the fact that I was with all 3 girls, facts. But the perception.
That's kind of like what I did with like my angel shit, right? Like, I always had these girls around me. Yes, I was messing with, multiple of them at, same time sometimes. But it was the fact that when I would pop out, bro, I would have niggas just on my dick. Like, bro, like, niggas would come over to my section and talk to me. Like, I got all these girls over, talk to them. You feel me? Like, but that's just how it is. But yeah, I feel like, yeah, if you have multiple or one or a few good looking women around you, men will definitely,
it'll open doors for you in life, or at least in the nightlife or meeting new people.
I think anywhere.
I agree.
Because say I'm trying to meet with an exec, right? And I go to the exec and I tell one of the girls, like, yo, I need you to dress as like an assistant today and look good. Like, I bring her, boom.
Yeah.
He's taking me more serious just because he see this young
attractive
thing, you feel me? So yeah.
Got you. Who do you think is affected by social media more, men or women?
Who's affected more, men or women? I would say short term women, but long term I'm gonna say men.
Okay, all right. Short-term women, I'm pretty sure I get what you're saying by that.
Yeah.
If you want to elaborate, give us a quick,
let me switch that.
Brief answer.
Let me switch that.
Okay.
Short-term men, long-term women.
Okay, give us the the brief answer on both. Why short-term men and why long-term women?
Right, because
Briefly.
individually, if I'm a guy, right, I go on Instagram, I see my favorite rappers, my favorite athletes, they got all this shit that I want, but it's gonna take me longer to get there. So I might just feel discouraged. Well, I might just give up and say, fuck this shit, I'm not gonna do nothing, or I'm gonna crash out and just go take it from somebody else.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of why I would say short-term men, because it's like we could see everything and everything's there, but we're men, we have to get it. We can't just ask a sugar daddy to get it for us. We got to go get it or take it or just give up.
Got you.
Women, long term, because, you know, day after day after day after day, you're competing with other women. You're competing with your sister. You're competing with your little sister. You're competing with your best friends on who's more attractive, who's can attract the most men, who is the head bitch in charge. You know, all this different stuff. And long term, I feel like that just sets women, that just divides women instead of bringing them together. Whereas like women can come together and, you know, say we don't even need men no more. But that division between like who's the hottest, who's the baddest, who's the you feel me? That's kind of what sets women apart long term. Yeah, and that reflects in history. Like that reflects in the feminist movements. It's like 5 different feminist movements. Why? Because the feminists are not even on the same team as each other.
They don't really get along.
But yeah, that's what I think.
You strike me as a more in-person person. Like if you see a shorty, you might walk up to her and shoot your shot if you're feeling good on that day, if you're feeling fly. But give us some game on how to properly slide into a woman's DM.
Properly?
Properly.
This is what you do. You gotta make sure like you have some type of rapport with her. It's no just unless
this man know his game. He know his game.
Unless she like across the country and you setting it up. You never met her before, cool. But if she in your city, bro, and you just never even try to talk to her or make yourself visible to her and you just DM her, you're lame. You gotta have some kind of rapport. You feel me? That's number one. Number two is you don't just DM her. You like 3 of her pictures. The first 3 you see, or your favorite 3.
Okay.
Send a message. So then she gets it like, all right, she sees you in her notifications. Now she could do 1 or 2 things. She could either like 3 of yours back or wait for you to DM her or not care if you DM her or not. So if she, you know, likes 3 of yours back, that's letting you know, DM her, you green. You don't really need not much else. If she don't answer you, you might want to shoot her a DM. Just one. Don't. A lot of y'all niggas be talking to yourselves in female DMs like that shit.
You can't convince a woman to be attracted to you. She's either attracted or not.
I see it all the time, bro. I got so many accounts on my phone of like, y'all niggas crazy. But yeah, so what was I saying? But yeah, DM her. If she answer you, if she likes your pictures back, DM her. If she don't like your pictures, DM her one time. You wait till she opens it. If she sees it and doesn't reply,
leave that shit the fuck alone. Do not be in there in the mirror talking to yourself.
For real, that's because then she gonna screenshot you and put you in the group chat. So now not only did you not get the one girl you want, but now her 5 of her homegirls think you're corny. Or you could just send one message. You feel me? Hit or miss, and then go on to the next one.
Got you. Name one thing, just one.
Mm-hmm.
Name one thing that you think women don't understand about men.
One thing women don't understand about men. I feel like women, I feel like sometimes y'all don't be understanding that, like, bruh, sex is sex, bro. Like, sometimes we don't give a fuck. Like, not even sex is sex. Sometimes a nut is just a nut. I know a lot of women, or I'm gonna call them girls. A lot of girls, they like think that, oh, I'm gonna give this guy sex and he's gonna fall in love with me.
Yeah, because there's so many motherfucking lame niggas out there that give away they love just because a woman made them bust a nut. Don't fucking do that, bruh. That's something simple as hell. I'm gonna say some funny, wild shit right now, but nigga, you could do that shit yourself. Anybody could bust a nut. Like, come on, bruh.
Exactly.
If she making you bust a nut and you fall in love just based off of that only, you're super lame. You fucking it out for all of the real niggas out here who really got game, because now bitches is looking at us like, I can finesse this nigga if I just suck his dick, do whatever, blah, blah. No, that you got to do more. You have to do more.
Sensational.
So yeah, a lot of women, they think like just because you bad and you give a nigga some ass, like he's gonna automatically just stop everything he's doing to pay your bills. Like, like come on, man.
Fuck outta
I
here.
feel like women, y'all gotta. Well, I'm talking to the girls because the women know this, but girls, y'all need to know like it's more ways to get a man or get a happy, healthy relationship than just having sex with the guy. You feel me?
Okay,
Like,
all right.
but don't get me wrong. Express your sexual freedom because we all humans. So if you don't care for love, I encourage all women to just do what they want to do.
Okay,
Same way as men. Like if you
I
don't want,
agree.
if you don't want a girl, if you don't want a husband or wife, do you be safe? Be safe. You feel me? Be conscious. But
I'm glad that you said that, because maybe some people might have a misconception with me or the podcast. I don't think there's nothing wrong with a woman that's promiscuous and gets out there. I think it's something wrong with a woman that's promiscuous and gets out there who wants to be married.
yeah,
That don't make no sense.
hell no.
That don't make no sense. Now, if you just want to go out and have fun and do what you want to do and you don't want to be married, cool. You can have fun with me.
right.
But if you out here saying that these niggas ain't shit and they not loyal and I want to have somebody that really hold me down, but you on Instagram posting ass pics all day, then it's counterproductive. It's not going to work in your favor.
Right. Like you would get so much further, like posting some spiritual quotes.
Yeah,
and then
anything.
Attract, you attract. Basically, what I'm saying, you attract what you attract.
You want me to
Right.
tell y'all how y'all get far, ladies? If you want a man, post that motherfucking dinner that you made last night.
Yep.
Post that. Have your camera roll full of, and your story full of, just made this pasta,
Yep.
steak and mashed potato. The niggas will line up in your DM, not just to fuck. They gonna be here like, oh, this girl got something that she's bringing to the table.
Literally.
literally.
Like, or post like you at work. Post,
Yeah.
post yourself at work in your scrubs, in your little, teacher button-up shirt, assistant, whatever y'all do. Like post yourself doing things other than wanting to get fucked.
Got
Because
you.
if you only post you mating calling with your ass out, your titties out, your tongue out, like you're only gonna attract niggas that want to put something in all three of those things.
Absolutely. Come on
So-
now. That's just common sense. And that's
Common
what we've been
sense.
trying to tell y'all for the
Common sense.
longest. We
Like
don't,
boom, put it like this, right? What do we post? We post our car, we post our shoes, our outfits, we post things that we don't-
that's our mating calls.
right. Because what does that show? That we worked for this. That we have.
Absolutely.
So subconsciously, a woman's like, damn, he bought all this for himself. I wonder what he could buy me.
Absolutely.
But y'all, what are y'all posting?
Nothing.
What are y'all
So, nah,
posting? Facts. Nothing. What are they posting? Their ass, their titties out. You feel me? So what does that say to us? Like, oh, she must want.
Yeah, she having fun out here. She
Right.
just here for a short, good time, not a long time.
Right. So like Kill was saying, ladies, if y'all posting y'all meals and y'all posting yourself outside of that sexual space, then we see like, oh, there's more to this girl than just after I get my nut, I'm gonna want to go home or play the game. Like, I could actually
Absolutely.
talk to her. We could cook some shit after. You feel me? Build a relationship.
Absolutely. All right. I got one last question. It was very, very intriguing speaking to you. This is one of my favorite episodes.
Appreciate you.
You touched on a lot of topics, and I kind of predicted this.
Yeah.
Your Instagram and what you present, actually, like we were just saying, you can get a gauge off. Show me your Instagram feed, and I'll tell you who you are. That's all I'm gonna say. So I knew this conversation was gonna be good. Last question. Do you think that there are some women out there that are for sale?
Oh yeah, we was talking about this a little earlier.
Yes, Sirski.
I think not just women. I think everybody is for sale in like the general sense. Like a person's time or like their attention, is that for sale? Yeah,
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, everything. Every single person on this planet.
Absolutely.
If I told you, bro, I need you to work for me, not with me,
Mhm.
12 hours a day. But I'll give you $1 billion every year. You're gonna say no?
Yeah. That's, of course I'm gonna say yeah, because everybody's for sale. You selling yourself every single day. That's why your hygiene, your dress game, everything got to be on point, because like I was saying before in another episode on Mandatory Monday, your perception is everything. So when you walk outside not looking like the perfect advertisement for whatever business or whatever industry you're trying to get into, it's very counterproductive. So you want to dress like, speak like, act like, move like whatever industry or whatever business you're in, because you always selling yourself. That's just what it is. So I agree with that. It's not just women for sale, men are for sale as well. You are for sale watching this right now. And do you want to sell yourself at a high price or a low price? That's your decision based on your actions.
Right. I think that all comes from like self-awareness. Like if you are aware of like your value and like, I'm worth this amount, my time is worth this, my input, my knowledge is worth this, that's kind of where you set your price tag. So you never want to set it too low. Always want to set it high.
Yeah. You
that's the goal, right?
Absolutely. I was gonna. Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. Is there any last words, last thoughts you want to drop? Your Instagram and maybe new music that you got coming out, whatever you got to say. Say it to the camera.
So, if y'all don't know me, I'm kind of like just like a freelance, independent CEO of my own company, label, clothing line. I just do what I feel like, you know, is fulfilling my time of the day in a productive way. So y'all could connect with me at MC the Rockstar on Instagram, or y'all could Google me. Just put MC the Rockstar, and y'all could literally see everything that I get into. My music, the clothes, my YouTube. It's everything, man.
Yes, sir, Ski. This the Hood Analyst Podcast, where we talk about that real hood. Like, subscribe. You know the saying. I gotta leave with this. Come on now. I'm perceived as toxic. Big Mo got in that mode and stayed in that mode. Men, get your body count up. It's the only way you're gonna get some experience with these women, because they will never fucking tell you what they like. And women, keep your body count low. That's the only way you're gonna get a man that's gonna really come in and lock you the fuck down. We out.
Tough.
No, I can't call you back in the morning. I'm on super destination, got me flowing. I get high as my flight when I'm touring. Suck my dick, give me like, but keep going. Sick and tired of mixing emotions. Better up by myself, mixing potion. Double cup for the drugs, help me focus. And the club say she up, can't get closer. Fell in love with her, but I don't know her. Keep it real, baby, do you need closure? I won't lie to you.